I got scammed on eBay twice out of £3,600 trying to buy an RTX 3090. And I still got my RTX 3090. Let's get into it. Liking the new trend? What's happening, guys? SGDAT here. Hope you're well and are doing good. If you're new to the channel, do know I am Sammy G, the developer and techie. Please subscribe down below for more videos just like this. I know you've not watched it yet, so if you want to get used to the kind of videos I make, it's more to do with tech related stuff, developer stuff coming soon. And check out the last one just up here where I get started on neon lights. I've actually got the template behind me, and forgive me for not having yet gotten to part 2 of that video, but there's been a lot going on and I've had to juggle a few things. But you're in for a treat, so stay subscribed if you want to see the next part of that video. Okay, now to the topic of this video. You probably clicked on it and wondering, scammed on eBay twice? Wait, hold on a minute. Trying to get a graphics card? Yeah, can you believe it's this hard to get a graphics card? So you probably clicked on this video wondering, how on earth did he get scammed twice in a row? And how can I watch out for potential scams in the future? I'm going to let you in on a couple of secrets. First of all is, well, how I got scammed. Next is what I was going to do to get hold of this graphics card. I'm going to show you a way you can get hold of this graphics card, the RTX 3090 that is, for about £2,200, maybe even cheaper if you play your cards right. And I'll just let you in onto what I did in the end. Now, as for eBay, there are a lot of people selling graphics cards on eBay. Obviously, all of these people have spare graphics cards just laying around because, you know, they were obviously obtained through legitimate methods such as not using bots and actually being interested in it in the first place and not for the sake of trying to make a quick buck. Darn you scalpers. But yeah, you can tell today, as of the time of this video, May 2021, the situation for graphics cards is totally dire. You got miners snapping them up like this. As soon as there's a new stock drop, everything's sold out in a matter of minutes, literally sometimes seconds. And then you've got people who are trying to make the quick buck, you know, those on eBay. And then you just got gamers like you and I just trying to get their graphics cards and be done with it. I'm sure there's more kinds of markets and people who are interested in it. But not only is there unprecedented demand, but there is unprecedented shortage too. You got places like Taiwan in the biggest drought that they've been in a very long time, affecting their whole supply chain over there. You've got the pandemic, which is somewhat still ongoing, and we're in a recovery period, which lasted throughout the whole of last year, and they had to even shut down the plant a few times. And you got a tremendous amount of companies utilizing fabs and factories. Companies like TSMC struggling to meet the supply of the consumer, because you got companies like Apple, Microsoft, Sony, lots of companies taking up huge amounts of volumes of wafers for their processors that are going to be used in their products. And it's just absolutely crazy. Anyone who sold their graphics cards in the hope of a new shiny Ampere graphics card that was released or announced and released paper launch last year, well, sucks to be you. now those people are being forced to buy or rebuy their graphics card at an elevated price on eBay. You know what, I digress. Here's what happened. I've been on eBay watching very closely. I've been on the market for this graphics card for maybe 2.5 weeks. And yeah, the reason why I was on eBay in the first place is because it's not available anywhere else. Everywhere else it becomes available, it's sold out in minutes. and then suddenly reappears on eBay in the form of pre-order confirmed or a box, like literally the package in their hands with their eBay handle. There's a ton load of people trying to resell on eBay right now, but there's also a select few who would tap into this particular kind of environment and try to use it for their own gain. In other words, just scamming people outright. I was on eBay looking for a card and I found one for £1,800. Looks like a really good deal, doesn't it? I bought that. £1,800 for an RTX 3090 sounds like a deal. I mean, it's already maybe 200 odd pounds more than MSRP, but it was a steal compared to all the rest. About a day or two later, I noticed whenever I clicked on the guy's eBay handle, it would be one thing in the email, and it was always that thing when I chose it, when I bought it off him. But then navigating to his page, I'd noticed that his ID has changed. Why is he changing his eBay ID? That's weird. Another thing I noticed, and I didn't think much of it before, because literally an hour before there was another listing just like it and eBay sniped it down, like something like that, so fast. And this particular, actually both particular listings just happened to be from eBay accounts that were originating from the United States, even though the item itself was apparently located in London. Wait, not London, okay, somewhere in the UK. So I thought nothing of it, and I was like, okay, maybe this guy just happens to be based in the States and is trying to make a quick buck because of the conversion rate. I'll buy that off him, I don't mind. And then his ID changed. That was red flag number one. But of course, red flag number two being his location. Red flag number three was the amount of sales he's had. Usually, the first thing you check for on eBay is their feedback. If it's 100%, chances are they're good and they're not got a reputation for scamming other people, basically. But it's 100%. So I trusted that and made the purchase. That being said, he'd not sold a single thing for maybe about a year. Didn't really think of that as a red flag, but thinking back in retrospect, it kind of is now. I've decided to wait patiently for the estimated time of arrival, which was a Tuesday. It's now Friday now, didn't arrive. And for something that expensive, you would have thought it would have arrived by now. They would send that with special delivery, just to cover their own backs. I could just claim I didn't receive it, even if they were legit. And then they'd be out a couple thousand, essentially. At this point, I knew something wrong with this listing. So I took action, filed a report on eBay, and now there is a current case, or that's what they call it, a case in resolution center where the seller has to respond within a set time. They've got about maybe 3 or 4 more days to respond. This guy, this ice cream guy, yeah, he's come like 5, 6, 7 times today. Whatever, I'm just going to continue. So distracting. So I filed this report on eBay, so I should hear back from them in due time. Before I filed this report, I sent him a message asking him to let me know when the package has been dispatched. This was a day before it was due to arrive. To this day, still no messages. It's safe to say I've got plenty of red flags to go off. So, what have we learned? First of all, if it's too cheap on eBay, it's probably too good to be true. If it's just a little bit cheap, it might be true, you never know. But look out for those signs. Feedback percentage being one of them. Next is their location. Is their account actually based where the item is based? If it's not, something's probably not adding up. Next, how many times have they sold anything in the past couple of years? Is this massive £1,800 purchase their first purchase in like over a year? Perhaps send them a message. Do they respond? And if their ID changes during the course of them being on eBay, well, at that point, you should probably really reconsider. Oh, and another thing I noticed, I mentioned 2 sellers before. They both happen to list it at 1,800, the exact same price. one of which actually relisted that same item with the same picture and the same price point, but it was just a different account. Why is this ice cream guy still here? So yeah, a couple things I learned, and I hope it helps you out too. Next, what I was going to do is go on to a PC builder website. This may be different depending on where you're from. As for me in the United Kingdom, I have access to a PC builder, just happens to be called PC Specialist. They make lots of pre-built configurations for themselves, but they also allow you to drill in and change almost anything about the system, and that will essentially just be a completely fresh build computer. It's basically just a custom built computer, as if you're building it yourself, except they build it in-house, run their tests on it, make sure everything's working fine, and then of course they'll package everything up nicely, put their logo on it, just like they did with that computer over there. Yeah, that's my work computer, it's not mine. And then they'll ship it out to the customer. Good thing about this service is I was able to spec out a pretty decent machine, just decent enough for me to be able to at least choose the graphics card option. Bet you can tell what option I chose. Let me just go over the spec off the top of my mind. I'll just throw it up on the screen around here. It was a very basic spec. It had a Core i5 or i3. It was the latest generation, so there's that. There was 4 GB of RAM. The bare minimum power supply, which was about 750 watts. I tried to choose something less at about 300, but the configurator wouldn't let me, because it knew that I had already chosen an RTX 3090, and it's like, well, this doesn't add up. You need at least 750 watts. So that's what I chose. Then of course I chose everything else. Everything was bare basement spec. The SSD was 250 gigs. The case was a really cheap case. Motherboard, cheapest one in the list. You get the drift. The entire total ended up costing about 2,500 for the whole build, including the graphics card, and of course there was free shipping. You may want to consider this option. At this price point, it's already leagues better a deal than what you find on eBay and even some of these other websites. Like, for example, if you wanted to buy a new graphics card now and you're just keeping an eye on stock, you probably noticed a few retailers scalping themselves, like Overclockers. Overclockers. I've always loved shopping from Overclockers because they've always been like the PC enthusiasts of... there's probably different branches around the United States and other parts of the world. Here in the UK, they were charging 2,900 for a single RTX 3090. Compare that with the PC build I just spec'd out to you. You can probably already see. Now, as for how I told you how you can get the card for 2,200-ish, I've told you part one of the plan. You get the PC build, choose all of the lowest parts that you can possibly choose in terms of spec, but spec out the graphics card with a RTX 3090, and then it will take about a month on average. That's the estimate I got from their page. They have to build it, test it, and then ship it. So there's a bit of lead time, especially now doing an unprecedented amount of orders being made every day on the website. So the next part of the step is receive the order, check the card they give you. Yeah, they don't let you choose which one it is anymore because they don't know which ones they're going to receive. And so it's basically a lottery which RTX 3090 you receive. This may or may not bother you. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, then you can always go the old route and go with an overclocked price from overclockers.com. Part 2 of this plan is take the graphics card out, use it where you actually want to use it. I've got a nice PC build just off camera behind this monitor, and sell everything else. Now, however you want to sell everything else is up to you. You can decide to sell just the computer itself as a complete computer. Of course, you'd have to put whatever other graphics cards you can find in there, or you can sell them as parts, which is something I was going to do. I was going to take the processor and the memory and the SSD and the motherboard and the case and the power supply and sell them all individually on eBay. That would have left me with roughly about £2,200. Okay, now for part 3 of this video, what did I end up doing in the end? Go to as many different websites that should be selling this card. Go to each one of the products so that you have many different SKUs and brands selling this card. Many times you'll find that there is a notify option. It says notify me when this card is available in stock. Go for that. Make sure you're registered for as many notifications as possible, for as many cards as possible, and do this for as many websites you find that sell this card. As soon as they have stock, they send out an email. You have minutes, if not seconds, to act on this email. What I found was when I got my notification, I was already put in a queue. I got a notification for 2 cards, one of which was an Asus card, if I can remember correctly, and the other one was a Palit card. The Asus card sold out very quickly. I clicked on the buy or the checkout button. If only I'd done that sooner. I tried to register an account, and I did. I should have put the item in the basket first so that I can join this queue sooner, because what happened is it sold out, and it told me it sold out. And I was like, oh well, that sucks. So I tried again with the second item that I got a notification for. I joined the queue, and I was in the queue for a really long time, maybe about 10 minutes. Yes, 10 minutes is a very long time. Eventually, I got through to the order page, and I had 15 minutes to purchase the item. I kind of like that way of handling purchases. What do you think? Is that a cool idea? By the way, if you're enjoying this video and it's useful to you, hit the subscribe button below. I'll appreciate it. Eventually, I managed to purchase this particular card at about £150 more than the last one, which probably explains why it didn't sell out as fast, but it did sell out, and there's just not been any deals like it on that page, or rather on that website, and anywhere else as far as I'm aware. Another tip I got for you is look around on the internet for notification services. There are a few out there. There are people who are running YouTube streams that have some kind of notification sound that plays as soon as stock is made available for any particular card on any particular website. Those are okay, but there's a YouTube delay and stuff like that. It's an option. Another one to look out for are Discord groups. There are a couple out there. I'd suggest you check for ones that focus on your country or your area, because there's no use you getting a notification for the United States if you're in the UK, for example. Like, you're not going to ship anything from Micro Center over here, or they probably just won't ship over from there to here. Good thing about these Discord pages is it allows you to drill into exactly what you're looking for. They've got subgroups under this particular group for each product you might be interested in, and currently it's literally just a list of high demand products, including the PS5, Xbox, RTX cards, and the latest Navi Radeon cards. Choose the one that you're interested in. I actually went the step further, and of course I already had the Discord app installed on my phone. If you've got an Android phone, and this might apply to those who have iOS, if you've got an Android phone, there is this app called Tasker. What I use Tasker to do is to assign a rule for any notifications that come from Discord. And I can go even further to say, for any notifications that come from Discord and have 3090 written in it and this group name written in it, it should go ahead and play a ringtone. It should increase my volume to maximum and make sure that vibrate is set to the most intense. That way I do not miss it, even at night at 3 AM. Hopefully this helps you. It actually did help me. And the amount of wake up calls I had, I was like, oh, check out, check out, check out, check out. You need those kinds of notifications going off. A little beep beep here and there. It just won't cut it. If you don't hear it, you've missed out on a deal, which you probably won't get for another 2 weeks. All right. What did you think? Was that useful? Let me know in the comments below. This has been a huge learning process. I'm now currently relying on eBay and the PayPal to refund my money, and I should get that in the next couple of days because of how they work. They've got like decades worth of experience dealing with scammers. But at the end of the day, I can safely say this beast is now in my hands. Oh, you want to check it out? Let me just do a quick teaser for you. I'm not gonna show you everything, but yeah, time's a little against me, so the best I'm gonna do is open it for you. This is the bit where I put some kind of treasure opening effect from Zelda. There you have it, and this is a chunky boy. I thought my 1080 Ti, which it's gonna replace, I thought that was huge, and they just had to go and up the game. This is a 3-slot card. Look at that. Look at the edge. Can you even see that? Hold on, sorry. Okay, let's take it out of the packaging. Ugh. Check it out. Isn't this thing tonk? This whole area that has the whole glass effect over here is meant to light up in RGB, like addressable RGB across from left to right. Looks pretty good in the pictures that I've seen, or pictures and videos that I've seen so far. But as for its size, look at the size of that from here to here. This is a 3-slot card. Good thing I've got a giant beast of a machine over here though. I can fit 3 of these in here, no problem if I wanted. So I'll probably insert some final footage at roughly around here, just to show you how it looks in the end in the computer. But yeah, one of these or equivalent could soon be yours. All right guys, that sums up my scammer experience. Hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button down below and please subscribe. Hope to make it worth your while. All right, peace.